Welcome to CBS News. Today, the President had a big press conference about the League of Nations, but he got into a huge argument with one of the council members.
It is a peace conference, but the League of Nations is now holding an important conference for diplomats and politicians. I, the President, will now be sailing across the Atlantic Ocean and representing the United States at this conference. So USA!
Obama, no president has ever gone across the Atlantic Ocean by themselves. Can I come with you, please?
George, no, I've had enough of you. You annoy me so much, and I cannot bring you on this trip. It will ruin my concentration and just mess me up.
Thank you, Heather, for that wonderful presentation on the President today. We are going to take a short break, and we'll get back to you with Diane Sawyers next.
I have a joke for you. Why do women not need a license? Because you don't need a license to walk from the bedroom to the kitchen.
Ha ha ha! Good afternoon, and this is 2020 with Diane Sawyers, and today we will be interviewing Woodrow Wilson. Thank you, Diane Sawyers, and we are going to take a short break real quick and come back to you with Diane Sawyers interviewing Woodrow Wilson.
Hey guys!
Hi!
It's Heather and Sierra here! Woo! Well, maybe I wanted to!
There's that commercial for
The board.
I think I have nothing else to do with that commercial because we're not
Cool enough to
technologically advanced.
Mr. Butler, sorry.
For women, what can we say? What can we say? We're women.
Yeah. As you will hear on the video, Wayne over here making a sandwich.
He's got 2 arms and 2 legs. He can do it himself.
So, Mr. Butler, you need to get off your butt and
Make yourself a sandwich.
yeah.
You should do anything. He's not that cool.
Oh, okay.
Let's see here. We have nothing else doing. Bye.
Are you talking to
No, actually. No, thank you.
Wayne's here. He can do more women's rights. Woo!
It's like more women's rights joke. It's not a joke, it's a fact.
It's not a fact.
Who's got a better grade? Grades get you into college.
Okay,
Grades get you a future.
Start community college, because you need good grades to go there.
You do. Kinda.
You don't need good grades, all you need to do is know how to friggin' party.
Okay, if you wanna,
You need to know how to party?
You can party and do good.
I can do good and good.
You really can.
But if you want to have a good future, you should.
Hey! Well, if you're gonna do this, just say hi to Mr. Butler first.
Hey, Mr. Butler. This is only Sunkiss.
It is. There's nothing.
It's a refreshing taste of.
It's not a Sunkiss, it's called orange soda.
Orange soda.
Look at my wall, Mr. Butler. I painted that. You see that?
Beautiful.
And then my name. It's right over there. You see it? It says Heather Nicole. It says Heather Nicole. Pretty sweet. I'm not. You're jealous. That's what women do all the time. Doing nothing. Stop. You're filming. Do it later. Don't do it.
Hey, Albie! You suck! So do the Bears! Keep that, and if you don't keep that,
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be pissed.
Watch your language.
I don't.
Sorry, Mr. Butler! I usually don't cuss during school.
Yeah, right.
I don't care if you're pissed.
Stop.
Keep it, please.
We will.
would I do that for him?
Mr. Butler!
Why would I do that for him?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But he has some pretty good stuff up.
Freak. We are back on 2020. I am Diane Sawyer, sitting here with Mr. Woodrow Wilson. Mr. Wilson, why were you so horrified at first with the war?
Because it was terrible to see the slaughter happening, which was meant to be a civilized part of the world. All we wanted was world peace, and that's what we made the League of Nations for.
Mr. Wilson, if a dispute occurred, what were some things you guys could do?
We'd call the states into dispute to sit down and discuss the problems in an orderly and peaceful manner. This would be done at the League's Assembly, which is essentially the League's parliament, which would listen to the disputes and come to decisions on how to proceed. If one of the nations was seen to be the offender, that aggressor nation would need to leave the other nation's territory or face the consequence. If the states in dispute failed to listen to the Assembly's decision, the League could introduce economic sanctions. This would be arranged by the League's councils. The purpose of this sanction was to financially hit the aggressor nation so that they would have to do as the League required. The logic behind it was to push an aggressor nation towards bankruptcy, so that the people in the state would take out anger on their government, forcing them to accept the League's decision. If this failed, the League could introduce physical sanctions. This meant that the military force would be used to put into place the League's decision. However, the League did not have military force at its disposal, and no member of the League had to provide one under the terms of joining, unlike the current United Nations. Therefore, it could not carry out any threats, as the country defying its own authority would have been very unaware of this weakness.
What countries were your weakest points and why?
Well, in my perspective, Russia and Germany, because they were not allowed to join the League, and they were the most powerful people out of all of us. Germany was not allowed to join the League because they started the war according to the Treaty of Versailles. One of their punishments was that they cannot be considered a member of the international community, and therefore they were not allowed to join. This was a great blow to Germany, but it also meant that the League could not use whatever strength Germany had to support its campaign against the aggressor nation. Russia, however, was not allowed to join because they had a communist government, and that generated fear in the Western Europe. And in 1918, the Russian royal family, the Romanovs, were murdered. Such a country could not be allowed to take its place in the League.
Well, you guys did have a wonderful success, right?
Yes, we had many good successes. For an example, one of the Åland Islands in 1921 was a very good success for us because neither Sweden nor Finland could come to a decision as to who owned the islands, and in 1921 they asked the League to adjudicate. The League's decision was that they should remain with Finland, but that no weapons should ever be kept there. Both countries accepted the decision, and it remains in the force to this day. Upper Silesia of 1921 was another good success, because after 6 weeks inquiry with Poland and Germany, the League decided to split Upper Silesia between Germany and Poland. The League's decision was accepted by both countries and by the people in the Upper Silesia. Memel in 1923 was a good success for us too, because in a counter argument that happened, we could result to that to use the force, and that the League responded in a positive manner to the Lithuanians who had used the force. Turkey in 1923 was our good success because the League helped save millions of people from diseases, and we got doctors to go down there and help them. And lastly, Greece and Bulgaria in 1925. Both these nations had common border. In 1925, sentries patrolling this border fired on one another, and a Greek soldier was killed. The Greek army invaded Bulgaria as a result. The Bulgarians asked the League to help the League order both armies to stop fighting, and that the Greeks should pull out of Bulgaria. The League then sent experts to the area and decided that Greece was to blame and fined them for $45,000. Both nations accepted the decision.
Well, thanks for being with us, Mr. Woodrow Wilson. And I'm Diane Sawyers. Thank you for watching 2020 and have a good night.
Obama. Obama! Dude! You quit!
I don't care about you anyways.
Obama. George? What is your problem? You freaking freak. Like, seriously, go.
He's okay.
We are sitting here with Woodrow Wilson. Mr. Wilson, what was your... Why... We are back on 2020. Mr. Wilson, why were you... God damn!
Welcome to CBS News. Today, the president had a big press conference about the League of Nations, but he got into a big argument with Welcome to CBS. Today, the president had a big press conference.
We are back on 2020 with Diane Sawyers.
Dude, why did I say with Diane Sawyers? I am Diane Sawyers. God!
We are sitting here with Woodrow Wilson.
Don't keep going.
I know.